Joining us now to put the finishing touches on the cross-conference battle, CBS Sports NBA analyst Avery Johnson. Coach, always great to see you. Back and forth they went in Philly. This one was good to the last drop. We're always trying to learn something about contenders at this point in the season. What was your big takeaway, the big statement out of this one for you?
Well, the big statement is, I know this is not the sexy part of the game, but Phoenix won this game with their free throw shooting. When you can shoot 90% from the free throw line, sure, Chris Paul and D Book missed one or two at the end. That's a big part of the game. And I know the sexy part of the game is three-point shooting and slam dunks. But when you talk about the substance of the game, is defense and free throw shooting. And that's what the Suns accomplished tonight. And also look at the Suns' depth. Cam Johnson coming off the bench. This kid's been in and out of the lineup. He's a solid contributor off the bench out of North Carolina. And just their defense overall, being able to defend the paint, especially when you're going against a guy like Joel Embiid, that's arguably in the first or second spot in terms of the MVP conversation. So a very impressive win from the Phoenix Suns on the road tonight.
Well, you mentioned it, Coach. Seems like everybody's got their mind on the MVP between Embiid, Joker, and Steph. I'm not sure how this one goes this year, but we better start putting some respect on Chris Paul's name as well. Paul leading the way in this one with 28 points. Coach, can you put into words what CP3 has meant to this team on nights like tonight?
In the business world, Jill, when companies are underperforming, they haven't achieved all of the different accomplishments they want to achieve in terms of a revenue standpoint. They're missing their targets. They bring in what you call a turnaround specialist. Chris Paul is that guy. The Suns were winning 40% of their games. They add Chris Paul to their team, and he's helped this entire turnaround of the Phoenix Suns. It started in the bubble last year when the Suns went 8-0 in the bubble, even though they didn't make the playoffs. But Chris Paul has been magnificent. And it's not just the points or the assists on a night like tonight. No turnovers. He really does a good job of orchestrating and being a maestro with this offense, with the Suns, getting them in position, setting up DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, Cam Johnson, Bridges, getting them in the right spots. Take your hats off to Chris Paul. He should be in the MVP conversation behind guys like Jokic and Joel Embiid.
It has been fantastic to watch him elevate the play of those around him. As for the Philly side of things, the process's progression into actual contention, it just feels like there was a missing element in Philly the last couple years, but they seem to have shaken off their road woes. They have a potential MVP, as we've said, leading the way, and it's all clicking right now despite the loss on Wednesday night. Coach, Brooklyn's currently in flux. Do you see a true Eastern Conference representative in the Sixers right now?
No, I really don't. I just think, Brooklyn has question marks. Milwaukee has question marks. What's Giannis going to do? I'm talking about on the biggest of the biggest stage, which would be in the Eastern Conference Finals. Can he make a jump shot? Can he make a free throw and not shoot an air ball? What's going to happen with Ben Simmons, when he gets back in the lineup? I know he was out with an illness tonight. Joel Embiid is in phenomenal shape. He's playing well. The big three from Brooklyn, we can't get them all on the same page in terms of get them on the court the same night. So there are a lot of question marks. Miami, what's going on with Miami? Sure, Bam made the game-winning shot for them to win their last game. Tons of question marks in the Eastern Conference. The Celtics, have been hot and cold. They were in 8th place at one time. Now they've moved up in the rankings, and Jason Tatum is looking like a future superstar. So with all of the question marks that's going on in the Eastern Conference, we just don't know who's the leader in the clubhouse.
No doubt, Coach. There are plenty of question marks, and we'll continue to come to you for those answers. Thank you.
And guess what? I like your tie. You were representing the Phoenix Suns tonight with that tie tonight, Joe.
You got to be on the winning side of things, and we're always on the winning side with our coach.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.